Oh, Sipple, there we are. We're live.
Yeah.
Look at us. Where are we? We could be anywhere in the world with this backdrop. Welcome in, everybody. Parker, Sipple, Lincoln Journal Star, Huskers-Extra.com, Facebook, and YouTube Live. Yeah, there you go. That's Sipple. We are in the back of the press box at Camp Randall Stadium here in Madison. There's still people working. Baz has already given us the stink eye, and we're 26 seconds in, so that doesn't bode well. Probably won't be on for real long here, but figured we'd jump on and take questions, see where people were at. Sipple 35-28 Wisconsin tonight, tonight, whatever's dark by like the second quarter. What did you make of the game? It was a fun game, wasn't it? I mean,
what do I make of it?
From a coverage perspective?
Yeah, get right down to it. It's amazing what we saw today. Nebraska put up 452 yards against the defense that had been allowing 216?
211 per game.
211. I repeat, Nebraska put up 452 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Nebraska, and I didn't write this. I hope you did. I hope somebody did. I didn't write it in my column. I should have. Nebraska's whole approach was aggression.
Yeah.
It was to take an aggressive, pass-oriented approach. And they, on the first play of the game, Adrian Martinez hit Samari Toure for a 42-yard pass, right?
Yeah.
Later on that first possession, I think he hit him for 27, and the tone was set. Adrian threw for,
374? Oh, no, I'm sorry. He had 352. He had 374 total yards of offense.
Yeah, Adrian Martinez, 352 yards of total offense. Nebraska has the ball fourth and 20, and it's 21 on its final possession with a chance to tie, and they were going to go for two to win it if they would have scored. They got a pass interference penalty that wasn't called, and that was it.
Yep.
Game over. Same movie. It's just the same thing over and over again, right?
Yeah, it is.
Come up short in different ways.
Well, see, that's what I wrote. What I wrote, Sipple, basically was that nothing about this game happened as we expected it to, except for at the end, a team that has a habit of finding ways to lose games lost, and a team that has a habit of finding a way to win games won.
Yeah.
That was like the only – if you would have said Wisconsin's going to win by 7 and it'll be close, but Nebraska can't get over the hump, I would have said, yeah, that sounds right. Everything else about it was kind of weird.
Yeah, kind of weird, except that there were some things that are fairly reoccurring for Nebraska. Special teams were terrible.
Yeah, they were really
I would
bad.
say their special teams were terrible today.
Yeah.
They gave up a kickoff return to start the game, came back strong from it, but then what else?
Well, there was a punt return or a kickoff return that Alante Brown dropped.
Yeah,
gave him the ball on the 6-yard line. William Prista only punted the ball twice. One was 34 yards, not a very good punt, and the other one was a good one that should have been down inside the 5, and instead trickled in the end zone. It's like the third or fourth time we've seen this year that Nebraska's gunners have had a chance to down a ball really deep and couldn't do it.
And then, there's those things. Then, of course, Nebraska has 3 critical holding penalties, 2 real critical holding penalties, one apiece on Turner Corcoran, the tackles, Turner Corcoran and Bryce Benhart. Recurring problem. I mean, it's maddening in that way.
Yep.
And then they didn't tackle particularly well today.
Right.
Now, that's not a reoccurring problem necessarily. Braylon Allen, whom I predicted would not get 100 yards against Nebraska, instead got 252, I think. 228. How about 228? I predicted he wouldn't get 100, and he got 228. That was a good prediction.
He was
real good prediction.
Well, I mean, nobody bats 1,000, Sipple. Watching him on TV, just like last week, Nebraska was off. Watched a little bit. Like, he was good. He had 3 touchdowns and 178 yards against Northwestern. Knew he was good and knew he was talented, but seeing him live, it was a different story. I mean, he's really, really, really talented.
Oh, Braylon Allen, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
what is his deal? He's 6. Yeah, did you see 6'2", 238?
Yeah.
Hits the line of scrimmage hard, but at times he shows great patience. He'll put his hand on the back of a guy and kind of get his vision, and then boom, he bursts fast, and he's hard to tackle. He's really a beast. I mean, that guy is 17. Now, I'm trying to think about him at 27 when he's in the NFL.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's get to some comments, Sipple. A couple questions. Good evening, Matt. Thanks for being here. A couple of questions right off the bat from Adam and Rob. Is Yant off the team? And Yant seems to be gone. He's not off the team. He traveled. He was here. He was apparently fifth, maybe fourth at best on the depth chart, even with the three guys who had played most this year, besides him, either transferred or out for this. We don't know if Ramir Johnson's out for the season, but Ramir Johnson's out. Savion Morrison's gone. Gabe Urban Jr. is out for the season with a knee injury, and still Jacquez Yant was fourth on the depth chart at best tonight. Didn't play, and instead it was Marquis Stepp, Marvin Scott, and Brody Belt. So something's
fine.
Up.
Yeah, something's
up with Yant.
Something's up. There's from what I understand, there's legitimate reasons for this. This is not a controversy in my mind. It's nothing that coach. I mean, I don't want to go too far with it, but he dropped on a depth chart for a reason or reasons. Yeah. Okay. The guys that ran the ball were fine, and in some cases better than fine. Brody Belt.
Yeah, he had a little juice, didn't he?
Yeah, Brody Belt looked excellent running the ball.
Yeah.
Marvin Scott was fine. I'm better than fine running the ball. Stepp was fine running the ball. This is not. I don't want to make this about Yant because he hasn't done anything at Nebraska against a real good team.
Right.
He hasn't. I mean, it's confounding to me that people in my email box are making a big deal about Yant. The guys that carried the ball were good.
Yeah. I like when people are like, well, he has to be better than Brody, but why does he have to be better than Brody Belt? I mean, if he was, he'd play. Right. I think it's probably that simple.
Right. Brody Belt ran the ball hard. I mean, and he was, you know what? He was willing.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to stop right there.
If Nebraska doesn't hire a special teams coordinator, I might lose my mind, Matt says.
Well, you're going to address that tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, we're going to write about that tomorrow. Will Nebraska show up against Iowa? Adam's wondering.
We keep asking that question. This might be the column I write for Monday, maybe if I decide to write. We keep asking that question, and it's become sort of comical because we've been asking it since August 29th.
Right. And they keep
showing up. They never go away. And the answer to the question is, of course, they will show up. And the other answer to the question, it's unfortunate, they'll probably show up, play them really close, and lose.
I mean, that would be, if you were to say what's the most likely outcome, that would fit.
Yeah, of course.
Hey guys, hope you're having a good evening. Why are the refs so terrible this year? Yeah, I mean, Josh, it's been. I mean, you heard. I mean, Trev Albers, Nebraska's athletic director, talked about that Michigan game. I don't think it's certainly not. I can't tell you if it's worse or better or about the same this year than it's been in past years. I can tell you it's not just Nebraska. I mean, turn on any game in the country. I mean, Oklahoma's who was it? So Texas Tech's radio broadcast crew got suspended this week for how tough they were on the Big 12's officiating crew last week. So it's everywhere.
Yes, we better be careful. We're going to get suspended.
We're going to get suspended.
that was interference on the last play. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Now, I guess I'd be a little surprised if they call that, that they throw the flag in that situation. But you could have.
Yeah.
It was interference. Xavier Betts was interfered with by number 1, Theon Hicks, I think is his name. Yep. So that's. I mean, that kind of stuff haunts you.
Yep.
If you're Adrian Martinez, Xavier Betts, Scott Frost, etc.
Chris Gary says Frost game management at the end was perfect. End of story. Yeah, I mean,
except for one thing.
What was that?
Well, I thought that. I don't know. He explained it pretty well in the post game, but letting 30 seconds run off the clock when he had 3 timeouts was questionable.
I think you can here. If you stay on schedule, it was perfect. I mean, they lined it up perfectly, and they weren't in trouble because they let the 30 seconds run off the clock after that Brody Belt's first down run went for 0. The problem was, once a holding call gets entered into the mix, you're off schedule, and then it felt like the clock was working against them a little bit. Right. So you could say to Frost, hey, look, man, you've made critical errors, and your teams make critical errors all the time. Maybe you should not worry about running the clock to 0 and just worry about scoring as quickly as you can. I mean, I could entertain that argument, but they were in pretty good shape on the clock.
They were.
Chris said, how come our O-line can't protect the quarterback? Chris, I mean, Wisconsin was averaging 3 sacks a game, and they got
zero sacks.
tonight.
The protection wasn't bad. There's at times, like I always say about Adrian, he was dodging tacklers like he was dodging F-150s on Dodge Street at rush hour. I mean,
well, yeah, he was.
He was. He did a lot of that today, and he's good at it. He's got, you know what? He's gotten really proficient at dodging rushers.
Yep.
He's amazing. He sets himself and throws it downfield.
Amazing to think. Justin says that this Husker team ended with a worse record than 2018 when they were supposedly depleted from the Riley era. Yeah, got to beat Iowa to avoid finishing 3-9.
I keep hearing that Riley thing. Always remember, you people who support Riley so hard, his team quit at the end of 2017. They absolutely laid down. So, I mean, keep saying it, but try to remember what history is real, what it's all about. Sorry.
Would you like to
No, that's
carry on?
No, that's good.
Let's beat Iowa. No, sorry, Nebraska. We'll lose by 1 score again, Adam says. They always fight and they never give up. So close, we get so far away. They can lose to the best and the worst. Thoughts? Yeah, said it pretty well, Adam.
Tackling was poor.
Yeah, yes, it was.
Surprisingly poor today.
It took all of my fandom not to turn off the TV when the opening kick was returned for a touchdown. You'd be lying if you didn't immediately think they were going to lose by 7. Well, Matt, I mean, the thought that crossed my mind is maybe it'd be a blowout. But like Sipple said, I mean, Nebraska punched back just like they've done all year. Names you're hearing for the OC and OL. Patrick Lane, you know, there hasn't been a lot of concrete information on that, but I do think that'll kick into gear maybe this coming week. Martinez back for redemption in a 5th year, Grant asks. Yeah, that's a great question. We were just talking about that with a couple of the guys from Madison here. It's going to be fascinating to see how that whole situation plays out, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what that's going to look like. Adrian's story is confounding. I mean, on one hand, yeah, he didn't get it done once again. On the other hand, he threw for 352 against the nation's top-ranked defense.
Yep.
And was the impetus to Nebraska being able to come out with a attack of aggression. You don't come out with that attack if you don't have confidence in your quarterback.
Right.
I mean, they put that game plan out because they have faith that he could execute it. He did execute it.
Yep. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He threw a confounding interception. The other interception wasn't. It was basically because one of his receivers gave up on the route or gave up on the ball. He threw a bad interception. Now, to be fair to Adrian, Wisconsin didn't turn that into anything.
Nope.
Because Reimer stopped a 4th and 1 play. But, you know, I mean, it's an interception, and it cost them, obviously, a drive. But it wasn't the kind of game I thought it would be. I thought it would be a very limited possession game.
Yeah.
And that if you threw a couple interceptions like he did, it would really be costly. But the one, it cost them, but not like I thought it might, because there was a lot of possessions.
Yeah. Yeah, there was. And I mean, you know, even like when Nebraska, the first time they got in the red zone and they turned it over on downs, you're like, man, it's going to be hard to come back from that in this game. But the defense forced a 3-and-out. There was a penalty on the punt. Nebraska took back over at the plus 33 and scored in 4 plays. And it was like, well, hey, you know, you're right in the game. All 4 touchdowns Nebraska scored tonight tied the game.
Amazing.
Just, you know.
Just kept punching. And they thought they were going to win in the end. I mean, Frost, they talk about this stuff, and I know it's maddening, but they say now they believe they're going to win these games. And they comported themselves that way today.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like talk at this point.
Right.
I mean, they went down the field with 3:50 left and put themselves in position to win.
Yeah.
And you don't do that if you don't believe.
Yep.
So it's really bizarre. It's really a kind of a bizarre thing that we're seeing. If you think about what they've done against the heavies, the absolute heavies in the Big Ten, had Michigan State beat, had Michigan beat, had a great chance against Ohio State, held them to 26 points, where they scored 56 today against Michigan State. And then who saw this coming?
Yeah.
This kind of game where they put 452 yards on.
It's funny because this is what I wrote for today's paper was, can they really give Wisconsin trouble? Because they did. They really get. I mean, they had averaged 506 yards in Frost's first 2 games against this defensive system.
True.
But given all the coaching turnover and everything that's happened in the last 2 weeks, and then also given, I mean, Frost said when they watched Wisconsin's defense this week, he thought it was one of the best defenses he's scouted for a game, period.
Yeah.
And so
it's the number one defense in the country.
That stuff lining up, you sort of thought like, well, they've given him trouble in the past, but probably not today.
That's what I thought.
And right from the start, they did. I mean, Teray with that big over route for 42 on the first play, and they were off and running. They just couldn't get the job done. Sounds familiar. Steph should play more. We're going to lose him. Troy, we'll see about that. I mean, he's probably going to get his chances again next week against Iowa. And who knows? I mean, that running back room is going to look different next year one way or another. I mean, you hope you get Gabe Urban back, obviously, from the injury, and probably Ramir. And then who knows after that?
That running back room ran really well today. I mean, I can't fault it at all. I mean, I don't think you look at it and say, where was Yam? What happened? No, I mean, they ran well.
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from those guys.
Yeah.
They got over 100 yards against a defense that's allowing 60 per game on the ground.
Right.
They ran right at them. They tacked them.
Yep. 2.9 per carry, but like you say, I mean, it's no joke running against this defense. I thought our right tackle could have got called for a hold on the last play, so I don't know if the pass interference
call.
All right,
that's fair.
Well, I mean, see, that's
fair.
Ron Burgundy. Thank you. I mean, that's
fair.
I like our chances against Iowa, Wisconsin, superior to Iowa in my opinion. Well, Rob, that was the case when they played each other too a couple weeks ago. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Can't turn the ball over against Iowa.
Wait a second. How about the 7-year-old back? You impressed? Yeah, I was, like I said, I was wrong about Allen. I've watched him 3 games this year, and I was impressed. But I've watched Nebraska hold down Travion Henderson, hold down Kenneth Walker, and I thought they would hold down this guy under 100. I did.
Yeah.
But this guy is. I mean, what did Garrett Nelson say? He was the best of them. And you know what? Parker?
I don't disagree with them.
I'm not sure I would. It's very close between
Hassan
Henderson.
Haskins is really good, and Henderson was good too.
Yeah, I'd put him right there with Henderson.
Yep.
But man, I was a little taken aback in a good way by just how hard he is to tackle.
Yep. Austin Allen, though, Ron says, bumping his draft stock. Yeah, he had a great game. Oh, look at this. I accidentally put this on the – whoops. There we go. Austin Allen set the single game record for a tight end with 143 receiving yards. He's now got the single season record for tight ends in catches at 36, and he only needs 14 yards against Iowa next week to have the best single season receiving total for a tight end too. So he's had a really good year. I wrote this in one of our things for after the game. Nebraska would be absolutely thrilled to get him back next year. He has the option of coming back, but the guy's going to play on Sundays. It's just a matter of whether it's next year or later than that. Was there offsides on the last player? Was my drink laced? Yeah, James, I don't know. I got to go back and watch that whole sequence. Let's see. One more here, Sipple, and then we'll get out of here. Yeah, Gary, I agree with you. 30 seconds, 3 timeouts, and essentially first and goal. They're in position to win. Yeah, I agree with you. I didn't think the
crowd looked pretty weak. I want to address that. I think it's a combination of the hunting season. Now it's the first day of gun deer season, rifle deer season in Wisconsin. That always holds this weekend's crowd down, no matter who they're playing. I mean, there was 10,000. There was only 62,000 for an Ohio State game a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So that held it down, and I do think Nebraska's record held it down.
Last one. Dana says the loss is squarely on special teams and rush defense. Too bad Damian Daniels, JoJo, and Deontay Williams were not there. Yeah, it's one thing. We'll get into this a little more tomorrow and into next week. Nebraska's defense was pretty beat up. Damian Daniels didn't play much. Deontay Williams obviously out. Dolman's out for the year. They were playing Nash Hutmacher, Blaise Gunnarsson, and Isaac Gifford. They like all those guys, but those guys are not the other 3 right now in their careers, and it made a difference.
Bruce says Nebraska now settles for participation trophies, not wins, and the administration accepts it. No, they don't accept it. Otherwise, they would. Frost's contract restructuring wouldn't look like it. It wouldn't look like it does now. They don't accept it.
There you go. We're going to call it there a little shorter than normal, but hey, it's a short week coming up. Nebraska closes the season with Iowa on Black Friday. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. Have a great week. We'll be back, obviously. Check journalstar.com/Huskers. Got a ton of coverage post-game. More tomorrow, more on through the week about Nebraska closing it up, about coaching searches, about how they're going to structure the staff, all that stuff. We've got it all for you. journalstar.com/Huskers. Have a great night. Thanks for watching.